That is heartwarming. I'm losing my voice. I literally am losing my voice. So I'm going to try and get through this service. I don't know if it was from the cold or what it was, but this morning, my voice went. So I'm going to try and get through this. I think I can do it. I can muster it up, but thank you for that. That greeting, that was really, really moving. And I couldn't have gone up there without your support. So you were right there with me the whole time. You were marching, you were protesting, you were filming, you were right there. And you made that possible. So that was a Faith UCC moment for all of us. So, and we may be back because you saw what happened yesterday. Yeah. Saw what happened. I was at the airport when I got word. I was about to get on my plane. They killed another man. And it's just heartbreaking up there. I'll save more for the sermon. Obviously, that's going to be the focal point today because we got a lot going on. So we're going to get into this service. So I wonder if you'll join me and open our service with our gathering litany here. We gather today from many places and many stories. Some of us arrive with light hearts. Some arrive carrying anger or grief. We gather in a world that is not as it should be. In some cities and beyond, families are shaken, neighbors are taken, and communities live under the weight of fear. Longing for safety, dignity, and mercy. We gather knowing that love is stronger than fear, that justice matters, and that no one is disposable. We come to practice love that makes room for everyone. We gather across differences of language and culture and status and story. We do not all share the same experience, but we choose to share responsibility for one another. We come committed to seeing each other fully. We gather remembering those who are detained, displaced, or afraid, those whose names we know and those whose names we may never hear. We hold them in our hearts and in our prayers. We gather trusting that welcome is holy work, that courage can grow among ordinary people, and that love is an action, not just a feeling. We open our hearts, our hands, and our lives. So let us gather this day in the presence of God, who calls us towards justice, who stands with the vulnerable, and who invites us to always build a wider circle. Together we begin. Hey, why don't we rise up in body or spirit, and we're going to sing you know this tune. It's the, what's the name of it? It's my Finlandia. It's the Finlandia tune. But Carolyn Winfrey Gillette, who writes amazing words, wrote some new words. There's 4 verses. She wrote the words for this time. So let's rise up in body or spirit and sing this beautiful hymn. She writes some amazing words, doesn't she? We've sung a few of her songs, and she's just wonderful. Well, good morning, everybody, again. Welcome to Faith. What a packed house we have here today. Welcome to Faith United Church of Christ on this beautiful Sunday morning, this final Sunday morning in January. Special welcome to any visitors. I see a lot of first-time visitors, return visitors. We are delighted to have you, whether you're in-house with us, in person in the sanctuary, or whether you're online. As we always say to our folks online, wherever you are in this hour, well, you're right here with us. So welcome to you all. If you're online and you want to know more about what we do here, what we're about, you can go to our website, or you can send a note to office@faithucc.org, and we'll get you on our Substack newsletter list. And if you're in person, there's a friendship book under the monitor out there, and you can leave your information in there. We'll get you on that same newsletter list. I'm going to have to probably monitor my talking, and that's really hard for me. I don't do that well. So, or we're just going to gut this thing out. But we got some joys to celebrate today before we get more into the service and talk more about what's going on up in Minneapolis. We got a couple birthdays. We got Dan Howe, had a birthday yesterday back here. Rosa Luna's in the house, and she had a birthday on Thursday. Rosa, happy birthday to you. And I want to give a shout out to, we're being broadcast all the way to Sweden this morning, and Donna Alexander's on from Sweden. So we say welcome to you, Donna. Wait, okay. You got it? Okay, Donna, welcome, Donna. That's a special shout out to Donna Alexander, because Donna is from Minnesota. Carl, her father's right here in the congregation, and they're from right outside of Minneapolis, and right where they lived for many years. So her heart is very heavy today. So Donna, we're with you in solidarity, absolutely, and be well in Sweden there. But any other quick joys? Somebody wants, birthdays and celebrations? Somebody wants to lift up this fine day? Yeah.
My friend Alberta was 94 years old.
Alberta's birthday. I've lost your note. You gave me a note on that and I forgot it. Happy birthday, Alberta. Yeah, Jana?
And my grandson Rodrigo Sarmiento from Peru turned 25 yesterday.
Grandson Rodrigo turned 25 yesterday. Woo! Peter?
Gratitude for all people who stopped yesterday afternoon out here.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, that's another joy to celebrate. We had a great bonfire last night out here. We'll do more of those. Thank you, Linda, for coordinating that and bringing a bunch of hot dogs out and stuff. And we had a good fire going into the night. It was really neat. We had a healing service yesterday. A bunch of you attended as well. So it was a good day to just get outside and be together. And as part of last night's service, they put out a call at 7 p.m. Central in Minneapolis for everybody to go out and light candles. So we all circled up and lit candles out in the bonfire at 8 o'clock, so that would be their time. And we sang "We Shall Overcome." It was just a really powerful moment of solidarity with Minneapolis. So yeah, great joys to celebrate this day. But we got
one too.
What?
My dad is now fully awake, and he just had trouble talking because of the trach that he had in. But he's breathing on his own now, and his mind's there. So
Casey's dad's come a long way. Yeah. We keep giving our best to Bob, okay? Tell him we're thinking about him. Absolutely. Yeah, Fran?
Christina Leary, who started running a year ago and finished a marathon yesterday.
Yeah. 5K. Do 5K? Yeah. Yeah, Christina Leary, you runner. Just a 5K, right? Yeah. I'm running a 5K too. I do a K like each month. It's for 5 straight months. I do a K. It's my 5K. Mars and Don's grandson Cody got engaged. Nice. Welcome. I love all these joys. I love it. Well, hey, we got a big joy right now. We are going to go to a time. Did I put a slide? I didn't put a slide up there. There are a few occasions in the life of a spiritual community that offer more joy than the reception of new members, new seekers, new spiritual journeyers, that have chosen to rest their spiritual journey here. We remember with gratitude how we found our way into this community and into the life of the Universal Church. So especially today, we're thankful for the many newest members that have come to be an intricate part of the life and the joy and the worship and the work of this church. So we're delighted to have your presence, all of you that are joining today, and your voices and your dreams with us. You are an intricate part of this place already, so thank you. Thank you for wanting to join. And with that, when I call your name, we would love it if you're comfortable. Just coming forward for your 5-minute sermon introduction. Don't be running out the door back there. I'm just kidding. You only got 2 minutes. You only got 2 minutes, so no. No, we just want you to come forward if you're comfortable, just so the congregation can see you and bless you in your time with us and know who you are, so they can give you a big hug afterwards. And then we got a goodie bag for you too of all sorts of door prizes. So swag bag, you get a swag bag. So, but you don't have to come forward to get the swag bag, but I hope you will if you are able. So I'm going to call up our folks now, and we just line up along the front here. Maybe we can move that. Just move that for now, and then we'll just kind of stretch out across the front. Melissa Clarkson and Joel Sellers. What? Yes, Jen.
Sign up later.
Yeah. Aren't you guys are members here, right? Oh.
We never signed on the daughter.
Would you want to come forward today? Dan and Peter, come on forward. You know me with membership, whatever. You know, it all goes. You want to be here, you're here. You guys have been around here so long. I'm like, oh, Dan and Peter. Lauren Smith. Lauren Smith. And Jeremiah Harrison. I don't think Patty Rowan is here. I think Patty's traveling, right? Patty's not here. Patty's probably online with us. Terry Cumby and John Durance. As an intern. Terry and John. Dan Howe. Yeah. Bonnie Ayers and Joan Borer. Right there in the middle. And Alan Peterson all the way there in the back. Come on up, Alan. Monica Bishop. Come on up, Monica. And Alberta Brackett. Come on down, Alberta. Woo! Alberta! The birthday girl. Wow. This is the most boisterous new member joining thing we've ever had. So I wonder now, if in our time, yeah.
What about Nancy and Dave Enders? They joined the church.
Yeah, I think they're on the last one, but you guys come on up. Come on up, Nancy and Dave. Maybe you never got welcome. Come on up, Nancy and Dave. Anybody else want to join right now? Just come on up right now. Come. Get your bags. Willie, did Willie get welcome last time too? Oh, she's staying back there. Welcome, Willie. We welcome you as well. This is not an altar call. I don't want anybody confused with an altar call right now. Steve is coming on up and wants to join this place. Welcome, Steve's our neighbor. All right, well, let's work on getting the rest of you folks a good swag bag. So, yeah, so hold tight on those. We'll get them to you. Okay, community, we want to, oh, we got one other, we got someone else?
Well, I've been a member for 2 years and I never got
You probably weren't here. And Lori as well. I'm guessing they just weren't here. I know you're on the list and you weren't here the last time we did it, but yeah, more the merrier. This is awesome. I mean, this is what it's all about. That's what we do here. Things are just organic and we just roll on the fly. Okay, now, my friends, the congregation wants to welcome all of these awesome new members. So will you join me by praying or saying the words on the screen above? With joy. Welcome home. Hey, we're gonna do the swag bags after the service. We'll stop on up after the service, but let's do one more round of applause because I want to give a namaste to each of these fine people here. I want to give a hand. That was a good moment. I love that. I love that. That's a great plug if you're like, you know what, I want to join this place too. Talk to Barbara Holton. She's right here. She'll raise her hand. And if you joined before, maybe you weren't here on the welcome day, because a lot of people like Patty's not here today, so she missed it. Just let us know. We'll get you up in the next one. Absolutely, because we want to welcome everybody that wants to be here. So, and of course, you all want a swag bag. So there you go. Oh my! Hey, my friends, let's take a deep breath. Let's just breathe in for a moment. Big collective breath of breathing in some joy. Trying to let go of some of that anxiety. I know we're all just carrying so much right now inside of us. The heaviness and the grief, sense of helplessness. Try and let that go in this time and just be together. This community of compassion and love. Community that keeps alive a very different dream for the world. God's dream for the world. Jesus' dream for the world. So as you breathe in, take in courage and compassion. As you breathe out, release the fear and the silence. Breathe us open, O God, to our neighbor's pain. Breathe us strong for love that resists injustice. Breathe us into the way of Jesus until our very breath becomes hope and our lives become light. Breathe in, breathe out. And peace be with you. Amen. Let's journey ever deeper into our worship service with the voices of our choir.
Good morning, family. Welcome. Before I start the reading, if you don't mind, I'd like to lift up our hearts and prayers to our family in Minnesota. You know, let the light be with them, Lord. Amen. Our reading today is from Matthew 25, verses 31 through 46. Here Jesus lay out the foundation of his way to be a neighbor in the world. In it, Jesus asks a simple question: do you want to be a sheep or a goat? Far too many people these days are choosing to be goats. And I do not mean greatest of all time. Hear this challenging parable from Jesus. When the Son of Man comes in his glory and all his angels with him, he will sit on his glorious throne. All the nations will be gathered before him, and he will separate the people from one another as a shepherd separates the sheep from the goats. He will put the sheep on the right and his goats on the left. Then the king will say to those on the right, "Come, you are blessed by my Father. Take your inheritance, the kingdom prepared for you since the beginning of the world. For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you welcomed me in. I needed clothes, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you looked after me. And when I was in prison, you came to visit me." Then the righteous will answer him, "Lord, when did we see you hungry, feed you, thirsty, or give you something to drink? When did we see you a stranger and invite you in, or needing clothes or to clothe you? When did we see you sick or in prison and go visit you?" The king will reply, "Truly I tell you, whatever you did for the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me." Then he will say to those on his left, "Depart from me, you who are cursed, in the eternal fire prepared for the devil and his angels. For I was hungry, you gave me nothing to eat. When I was thirsty, you gave me nothing to drink. When I was a stranger, you didn't invite me in. When I needed clothes, you did not clothe me. And when I was sick and in prison, you did not look after me." They will also answer, "Lord, when did we see you? When you were hungry or thirsty or a stranger or needing clothing or sick or in prison, and I did not help you?" He will reply, Truly I tell you, whatever you did not do for the least of these, you did not do for me." And then they will go away to eternal punishment, and the righteous to eternal life.
Thanks, brother. There's just some days I wish I could believe in hell. I don't know who did this, but I can't credit them because I saw it, but I thought this was really moving, this image. I'm going to talk about that little boy in just a second. Of course, we all know the rest of the context of this amazing work, moment in history. So Friday, as most of you know by now, I was up in Minnesota for the massive Ice Out protest march that saw estimates of 50,000. I'm going to go 70,000 because you know I always like to add more to the crowds. I got a thing with crowd size, apparently, people say. Like someone else we know has a thing with crowd size. It's at least 50,000 people. They came together in the frigid, minus 10-degree weather to march as a collective breath looking to melt the ice of evil that has invaded this welcoming, diverse Minnesota cities. And when I say that Minnesota, especially Minneapolis, loves its immigrant communities, that is no trite statement. Minneapolis is home to one of the largest Somali communities, Hmong communities, and Latino communities, all who contribute greatly to the beauty of the city and its culture. And it's one of the things I've always missed the most about my hometown since moving here to Florida. So when the federal government dropped a Gestapo force into the midst of the city and its people, well, the people rose up. And the people spoke up, and they marched, and they fought back, and it culminated in that day of collective action on Friday. And it was so amazing to be among this just massive sea of moving, chanting, peaceful, singing crowd, all speaking out for their neighbors who are really, really hurting right now. As a woman said right after Renee Nicole Good was shot, she said, you probably heard her, she said, "What the F? You are killing our neighbors. You are taking our neighbors. What the F, man?" I don't know if you remember that moment. But that concept of neighbor, the same concept that was so important to Jesus, being a neighbor, is as real as it gets in Minnesota. And when you come for one unjustly up there, well, you're going to have to contend with an army of neighbors as well. That's just the Minnesota way. And you're seeing it unfold on your screens. So on my 3 days up there, which seemed like a whirlwind, of which I just got back last night, I'm still processing, I was able to make my and our Faith UCC collective voice known in many ways. I originally went up there thinking I would get into this clergy training thing that was, they called all the clergy to be together to do this training thing. Well, I think they admitted they drastically underestimated the response, which is fantastic. They ended up with a cap of 600. Well, they ended up with 1,200 of us flowing up there. Cool. Probably more. There's more. Yeah. There's definitely a lot more that didn't even try to register for the training. They just went up there. There was a lot more. But they had 1,200 for this. So I was waitlisted, and I didn't get in, which actually was great in hindsight, because that allowed me to do what I like to do and get a little creative with my time. And so the first thing I did upon landing, and I probably wouldn't have gotten there if I was a part of this training, was to stop at the site of Renee Nicole Good's murder. And it is a murder. We have to call it for what it is. It is a murder. She was murdered. Just like Alex Pretty was murdered in cold blood just late yesterday. And Renee was murdered right after telling ICE agents with a smile. Did you see what she said? She said, "I'm not mad at you." She looked at them and said, "I'm not," smiling. She said, "I'm not mad at you," before she tried to turn away. "I'm not mad at you." So I was just able to go there and stand and represent us, at this very large memorial. It's a huge memorial to her. I even left a prayer bar. You can see it on the upper screen there, upper picture there, with a card from us at Faith UCC that said, "We stand with the people of Minneapolis, and especially our immigrant sisters and brothers, and rest in power and peace, Renee." So that card will be a part of that. And that bear made by Pat Sargent somewhere in here will be a part of that memorial forever. Yeah. Yeah. And let me just say, the photo, did I put the photo up of the guys with the fire? I guess I didn't put it up. Shoot, there's a couple of guys, kind of a group of people, men and women, that I call keepers of the flame, that sit at this memorial and they keep a bonfire going 24/7. And they do it to keep themselves and others warm, obviously, but others as well. They're like, "Please go be by the fire," when we were up there, because it was like 20 below zero. So it was really cold. But they also do it as a tribute, kind of an eternal flame tribute to Renee. And they add sage to that fire several times a day to cleanse the negative energy from the area and elicit healing. It's just such a powerful thing to witness these people out in the cold tending to this memorial. That's Minnesota. People care about this stuff. Well, the freedom to get creative then also allowed me to do some other things, like head down and be part of the protest at the Bishop Whipple Federal Building, a building that is the staging ground for all of ICE's activities, and where most of the abducted and detained immigrants are being held before they're flown out to other facilities around the United States, especially in Texas. Ironically, the building is named after an Episcopalian bishop with the last name of Whipple, who was known to advocate on behalf of Native Americans' rights way back in the early 20th century. So you can imagine which side he would be on if he knew what was happening inside the facility that was named after him, he would have been out with us on the cold streets. Because inside of that building, this cold brick building, locked up and cut off from spouses and children and family and friends, are people, human beings, who were just out grocery shopping, or they were going to church, or they were going to school, or they were going to work before they were tackled and shackled and thrown into an unmarked car by masked agents with large guns. Protest here was really heated. It got hot in the cold weather, but the people that go there are angry. They are angry. And they let the ICE agents know it through some very creative ways of their own when they drive by, which they did often, usually with a gesture. Yours truly might have expressed himself with a gesture or two. That's for another sermon. Some of you have seen the video. My wife's like, you can't share that video out. And I'm like, why not? You can't share that out. And now you're all curious, but yeah. It was heartbreaking to be outside of that facility, knowing what was going on inside. And even though it was so cold out there, it was really cold. The open winds and the bitter wind chills, I was actually drawn to this place twice. I went there 2 times because this is the heart of the injustice as I began to learn the stories of just what is happening in that building. I'm sure you have heard the story of the little 5-year-old boy in his bunny hat named Liam Ramos, or in a second I'm going to talk about another one, 2-year-old Chloe Velasquez. Well, both were taken to that facility. Liam was coming home from school in Columbia Heights, a suburb a few miles north of Minneapolis, and he was with his dad, an asylum seeker in the asylum process, did everything right, but ICE was targeting him. And when the agents surrounded the car, they pulled Liam out, this little boy, they pulled him out of the car while they then tried to detain his father. It's crazy. The lie, there's a big lie in this, and the Vice President of the United States perpetuated that lie at a press conference. The lie is that the father ran away, leaving Liam there in the cold. But Minnesota Public Radio talked to witnesses, and not shockingly, that was a lie. It was a fabrication. What the facts bear out is that they took 5-year-old Liam up to the house, out of the car, up to the house, and used him as bait to get his mother to open the door so that they could arrest her as well. The husband, the father, screaming in the car, "Don't open the door. Don't open that door. Don't open that door," knowing they would grab her. Another person who lived in the house was outside and offered to take Liam and reunite him with his mother as soon as they left, but they took him instead. They took him instead with his father to the Whipple building, where we all stood, where they were both quickly processed and flown, likely on a commercial flight right out of Minneapolis-St. Paul Airport, likely on Delta. This time you fly Delta, think of that. And they sent them to Texas, where they are currently in the Dilley Detention Center, where the images, remember several years ago, the kids in cages? That's the Dilley Detention Center in Texas, San Antonio. They do this, they get them out of here fast, one, to dehumanize these people, and also because it makes it so much harder for the detained to get good legal help because of the confusion not being in your own area, and because there's a belief that in Texas, the judges will be more friendly toward ICE's cause. So I had to stop by there for Liam and bear witness to the cruelty of this moment, and you were there with me. And then on Friday, after leaving the airport protest, where 100 of my colleagues were arrested in an act of civil disobedience at a protest of the airlines that are complicit in this evil, and let me just say, this protest drew thousands of people in a very short time to the Minneapolis-St. Paul airport. So I was there for a while, and then I left with a group again and stopped by that Whipple building yet again, where a large and angry mass of protesters had descended on the building, kept even farther away now. They kept pushing us farther away. You know, when I first got there were no barricades. Then the barricades went up, and pretty soon you're pushed farther away. They don't want anybody to see what's going on in that facility. Yeah. So the crowd was chanting for the return and release of Liam, but also 2-year-old Chloe. This is Chloe, 2 years old. Look at her. 2. She's 2. Chloe's story is equally as horrifying. She was in a car with her father on Thursday returning home from a grocery store trip in Minneapolis when ICE surrounded their car, used chemical and flash bang devices to disperse the crowd that started gathering, and then they broke the window and detained both Chloe and her father, who, like Liam's parents, had an active and pending asylum claim open. They were in compliance with every American law. Think about that. They were following all the rules. Immigration lawyers acted quickly, and a judge ordered that the two of them not be removed from the state, but Thursday night, defying the judge's orders, they were sent off to Texas on a commercial airline flight. I heard she's back. I don't know that's for true. I only saw that on one source. So, as the family's lawyer put it so truthfully, the horror of this is truly unimaginable. The depravity of all this is beyond words. That is the overall feeling that just hangs over Minnesota. Right now, actually, it's this heaviness of horror and depravity. You can just feel it in the air up there. People are just shocked, they're angry, they're fearful of what is being unleashed on their cities and their state. Yet there's also something else in the air. There's a feeling of resilience, of resistance, of defiance, and holy anger. And that became so crystal clear on Friday afternoon in the skin-freezing cold, with winds so frigid that they just instantly stung your face, hands, and body with ferocity. And thousands of people poured into downtown in whatever layers they could find, just patching things together, to cover their skin. And they took to the streets. It didn't stop them. That cold didn't stop them. They took to the streets with signs that read things like, "Hey, ICE, why are you so obsessed with my students?" I loved that one. Obviously a teacher. Or "Leave our neighbors and our children alone." Or "Human rights belong to everyone." Or "No human being is illegal." No human being is illegal. And then there were a whole lot of other signs with content that I could not recite amongst all of you in here. You're just going to have to use your imagination. The people rose up. The people rose up, and they braved the cold, and they marched, and they chanted, and they sang, and they demonstrated the very best of what democracy is about was on display, marching all the way to Target Center to keep the rally going into the evening. I mean, what a communal show of communal anger this was, with the chants of "ICE out now, ICE out now, ICE out now." Say it with me. "ICE out now, ICE out now, ICE out now." Whew. Does that feel good? Yes. There's another one they were chanting, "F ICE," but I don't think we'll say that one in here. We'll hold that one. You can do that one later, the comfort of your own home. It doesn't get me in trouble. I think you know what the F stands for, so there you go. It's absolutely the best of democracy on display in Minneapolis with that peaceful protest. And for all the pastors and organizers and people of faith that showed up, it's not just democracy that was on display, but it was the best of Christianity and religion on display as well, because let's be honest, when it comes to our home faith-based faith here that we do, well, Christianity in this day and age of Christian nationalism and fundamentalism is a hot mess of injustice and deviance and a perversion of everything that Jesus stood for. Everything. And what we saw in Minneapolis was a true example of what being a Jesus Way follower entails. It's advocating for the oppressed, the immigrant, the powerless. These are the sheep in our reading today that Jesus talks about standing up to the powers for the people that are hurting. And you know what the sheep are doing up there? This is really interesting. It's coming from me. This is rich. They're taking Scripture literally. They're taking Scripture literally. You know me, I loathe taking Scripture literally. Loathe it. Biblical literalism, ick. No, it's wrong. But in this case, they're doing it in the best way possible. They're biblical literalists up there for justice. Because you heard it. Jesus said, "I was hungry and thirsty," as Dan just read in that parable, "and you gave me something to eat and something to drink." Well, let me tell you what the people are doing. You, the people of Minnesota, are literally buying and delivering food and water and coffee and preparing meals and shopping for groceries for the hungry, scared immigrants who are hiding in their homes, too afraid to leave to even go to the store. They have empty cabinets, empty refrigerators, but they can't go out. They can't go out for fear of being abducted. That's what the people are doing. Jesus says, I was a stranger, and you invited me in. Well, let me tell you about the people in Minnesota that are literally welcoming strangers into their homes and hiding them away in their spare rooms and in their basements, preparing rooms and beds for them, as well as keeping watch, walking around with whistles outside of their homes and schools and places of business. There's a viral clip going around right now of the haunting sounds of a woman in the dark of night screaming, "Don't go out! ICE! ICE! ICE is in the neighborhood. Do not go outside." Whistle blowing. If I had a whistle, I'd blow it. That's the kind of stuff that they're doing. Someday that clip will be in museums. Someday, when this dark period is over, that clip will be in museums because it is haunting. Jesus said, I was a stranger and you invited me in. You looked out for me. They are housing and warning and watching for all their neighbors right now. Jesus says, I needed clothing, and you clothed me. Well, let me tell you what the people of Minnesota are doing. They're literally bringing clothing to the Whipple building where I was at for when these monsters, these goats, inside release the lucky few detainees that they get out, and they send them out into the awful cold, often with a t-shirt, no phone. They take their phone. There's no way to call for help in the 10 below weather. So good people stand there. They stand out there looking for good trouble. And they stand there with warm coats and mittens and soup and microwaves and phones and a warm hug. That's what they're doing out there. Jesus said I was sick, and you looked after me. The people of Minnesota are literally bringing medicine to people, and nurses and doctors and medical professionals are going to the homes of sick immigrants so that they don't have to risk a trip to the hospital because they will be abducted by ICE, separated from their kids and families. I was sick, and you looked after me. Finally, Jesus said, I was in prison, and you visited me. Well, the people of Minnesota are literally standing outside of detention centers in the cold for hours, making loud noises, singing songs like This Little Light of Mine or We Shall Overcome, so that the scared children like Liam and Chloe and the adults inside know that there are many on the outside, if they can hear them, that love them and don't support any of this and are there for them. Oh, that, my friends, is biblical literalism of the greatest kind. And that is on display all over that great state right at this very moment. Jesus is on the loose in the streets, and the people are working to bring love alive in a time of grave evil. Democracy and Christianity standing side by side, crying out for a new way and an end to the evils of the day. Well, that is a thing of beauty. The goats came for submission. The goats came for submission, but they got rebellion. The goats came for domination, but they are getting a fierce resistance of love. The goats came for some of the people, and you know what they got? They got an army of we the people. So hear this, my friends. Carry this with you in these crazy times. This is what faith looks like at its best. When it refuses to behave, when it refuses to bless cruelty or make peace with cages, with children in cages. This is what happens when neighbors decide they belong to each other more than they fear the power of an unjust state. The powers came with guns and masks and threats, expecting silence and compliance, but they ran headfirst into literally a living gospel, into people who know exactly where Jesus stands. And it ain't behind barricades or inside federal buildings. He's in the streets. He's in the cold with the hungry and the hidden, the detained and the defiant. And if they think this ends with fear, they have badly miscalculated. Because when you come for our neighbors, you don't just get resistance, you get revolution. You get love that won't sit down. You get faith that won't shut up. And a people who will not stop until justice is more than just thoughts and prayers. One final thing. We can all do something, you know? I know a lot of you are feeling helpless right now. I get it. I already feel that way just having been back here with the killing, the murder of Alex yesterday. Since getting back yesterday, I want to so badly be back up there. I want to be back out with my people, my colleagues, our people on the streets of Minneapolis this very moment. They're gathering huge. I want to protest another damn murder of an American civilian exercising his constitutional rights. But we can't all be up in Minnesota. We can. But that doesn't mean there's nothing that we can't do. Nothing we can do. So I saw this, and I just want to share it with you to close out, because there are many layers to this fight, and you can find your lane to be in. Some are posting on social media. Some are protesting in the streets. Some are putting on frog costumes. Some are donating silently. Some are educating themselves. Some are having tough conversations with friends and family. A revolution has many layers. Be kind to yourself and to others who are traveling in the same direction. Just keep your foot on the gas. My door is always open. Again, I know some of you are really struggling. I'm right there with you. This is a heavy time, and we just feel helplessness can be a just paralyzing thing, but it doesn't have to be that way. So my door is open if you want to talk, you just want some support, you want someone to listen. Reach out to me, and I'll be that person for you. Keep the faith, Faith UCC. Know that you were represented up in Minnesota, and know that our presence will live on at the Renee Good Memorial Site with that bear, probably end up in some kind of museum. We'll be a part of that resistance forever, and that's a beautiful thing. Now, I think I have to fly back up tonight to bring another bear up to the Alex Pretty Memorial, which is already forming. So, no, I won't go tonight, but there could be another trip up there soon. But it's coming here, too. It's coming here. It's coming here, and you know what? We're going to be ready to meet the moment when it does come here, because it will. But the point is, keep the faith. Keep the hope. And join me in one more rousing round of Ice Out Now. Come on. Ice out now! 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 Love it. Keep the faith, Faith UCC. And thanks for your support and getting me up to Minnesota. I really appreciate it. Amen. Oh, you know what? I totally forgot. So I read a line. That's Alex. Murdered yesterday. Cold blood. If you've seen the video, it's absolutely horrendous. Shocking video. But I heard a line. I think it was Harry Belafonte, who said, I gotta remember the line now. When the music's strong, the movement is even stronger. And all through my time up there, this song was sung all the time as a symbol of hope. It was either this one or it was We Shall Overcome. So I thought, you know what? Let's close this out today by singing, rising up, and belting out this song, because this is one thing we can all do, is just to keep our light shining. So rise up in body or spirit. We dedicate this to Alex, all the immigrants in Minnesota, all the tireless justice workers, to Renee Good's memory, and to everybody, to all the detainees, and to everybody on the front lines trying to keep democracy and hope alive. Let's sing. I just feel good to sing. When the music's strong, the movement is stronger. And that music was strong, let me tell you. You did a nice job on that. Whew. Yes.
I wanted to say, I'm wearing all black today. When I left the house, my partner said, you look like you're going to a funeral. I said, I am. I am wearing black, permanent silver.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. We'll journey into a little more time, a little intentional time of stillness and prayer. Prayer is that bridge that connects us all with one another, with this mystery that we name God, and moves energy in ways that I don't think we understand. So I want to journey into this time by just inviting you, as we do here, to lift those people that I know you hold in your hearts that you're worried about, or those places that you're concerned about, obviously Minneapolis, Maine, other places like that. So please just speak a name of that which you carry great weight for on your heart this day.
Dawn and Marge. Ukraine. Lisa and Lori. Christine.
Betsy and Jeff.
Leslie Kowalski.
Yeah.
The children in that center listening to those songs through the night.
Tracy.
My wife Catherine and all my children.
My Mexican and Venezuelan colleagues.
But the horror and terror of this moment, and so we can all look and see.
And I pray for Mike that he continue to be a beacon of the Christ light.
Prayers for the children, especially Chloe and that little 5-year-old boy.
Liam.
Liam. Chloe and Liam, and all the children.
Jackie.
Resistance.
Families of Renee Good and Alex Freddy.
Yes.
All the immigrants living in fear.
Yeah.
SB and her travels up to Minnesota.
Yeah. Absolutely.
For veterans.
I want to especially lift up Don and Marge Miller. Don starts chemotherapy this week, 2 times a week. Prayers of strength for Don and Marge, and lots of support for them. I want to continue to lift Carolyn Scheuer in our hearts and prayers as she continues her radiation treatment. And of course, Barbara Holton, as she grieves the death of her sister Janet just last week. Let's just enjoy a moment of stillness, silent prayer. Holy One, for all those that we have lifted in name, those that we hold in the silence and stillness of our hearts, we pray and hope this day for the balm of whatever is needed by them to find them in this time. We lift up Minneapolis and Maine and other places where evil is being perpetuated today, as well as all of the communities who are watching all of this from far away, aching to help and unsure how. Be near to those who feel powerless, overwhelmed, or numb with distance. Remind them that compassion is not limited by geography, and that prayer and solidarity and action still matter. Stir our hearts, O God. Show us where our voices are needed, where our hands can reach, where our light, our little light of mine, can break through. Turn helplessness into resolve, sorrow into connection, and distance into deep commitment. Most of all, bind us together across miles and borders until no one stands alone and justice feels possible again. I wonder if you'll join me now in praying that powerful prayer that Jesus will grow up to teach us to and ask us to pray someday. We call it the Lord's Prayer, and I invite you to choose your most cherished image, whether that be father or mother or creator. Will you join me? Our Creator, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. Amen. So good to be with all of you. Isn't it great to have a community like this?
Yes.
Yeah. Where we can pray and cry and get mad and laugh all at the same time in 1 hour and 20 minutes. We're now going to be moved one more time by the voices of our choir. Let's turn this up. Remember, when the music is strong, the movement is stronger.
Turn on the light. Keep your lamps trimmed and burning. Let the glory, oh, let the glory of the Lord come shining through. Turn on the light in a world filled with darkness. Let the love of Jesus live inside of you.
Glory of the Lord will be your fire.
When the music is strong, the movement is stronger. How's that? The music is strong here. Whew, thank you. Eric, whew, channel that. And the whole choir, but hey, before we roll out here, for time of hospitality and greet all of our new members and even newer members that just joined in today. We have cake out in the on hospitality, great big old sheet cake, so you all got to have some cake today. And stick around and greet up. You should be a cake decorator, I mean, really. Yeah, so join one another for a time of hospitality. You know, meet a new friend, as I would say, greet an old friend. Before that, I've got a couple of announcements. This is going to be an important one. This is I'm looking at this one as a solidarity with our peace monks that are walking through. Do we know how are they safe? Because there's a storm. Are they going to be indoors?
Yes.
I'm a few days behind checking in on what they're doing, but yeah, okay. Because that storm coming through there. To anybody with family up in that area, we hold them in our hearts and prayers. This is going to be a nasty storm coming through that whole area. So, yeah, peace be with our peace monks for sure. So we have a chance in solidarity to be with them, walk on February 1st at 1:30. John R. Lawrence, Pioneer Park. You can go to their Facebook page, and you can get all the information. You can look at the route and all that stuff. And they'll end with a drum circle, I think, at Pioneer Park. So you can just head down there too if you don't want to do the walk or just are unable to do the walk. You can just head to Pioneer Park too, hang out and wait till they come there. And yeah, it should be a really great day. We walk with all sorts of other faiths from Dunedin here, and this is the 10th annual one. So this is a big deal. So yeah, come on out February 1st. We can get a carpool list going here. Anybody is interested in that, talk to me and let me know. We can get like a carpool thing going. So not everybody's trying to find parking over that way. So absolutely. I haven't even seen this one. What is this one here? This is the save the date. The next Rise, the next Women Rise, Saturday, February 7th, coming up, 2026. The issues addressed child marriage and early pregnancy. Some girls married opposite age, 10 years old, forced labor, sexual assault. This looks like a really necessary one for safer schools in Kenya. So talk to Esther Tanner. I bet she's in here somewhere, and she can give you details on this. She's in the back there. And she can give you details. So just save the date, 11 a.m. It'll be in the gathering space right here, and all are welcome. So please do come. I'll invite Barbara up for a special announcement about the Racial Equity Institute. Important work.
Thanks, Mike. I'm so excited to share with you. I had a conversation with the Florida United Church of Christ Conference interim minister, Nayiri Kirjan. I'm saying it right? Kirjan. She was wonderful. I got to talk with her yesterday, and they are offering us, are willing to supply us with $2,500 grant towards for people to attend the workshop. This workshop that's happening March 27th and 28th. So this is so exciting. So much support for this kind of work. And we know, everyone here knows, racism is at the bottom line of everything. So this is such important information to learn at this workshop, 9 to 5, March 27th and 28th. And the price for the full price for one person is $400. But the Racial Equity Institute offers an incredible scholarship. If you just can't afford that, you can go for free. You can pay $40, $100, $200, $400. You can support somebody else going. But we have this wonderful grant of $2,500, and I will be in the back, out in the lobby or in the back of the church. If you're interested, just give me your name. We'll figure out how to divvy up that money, whether it goes to 8 members of this church paying $100 each, and therefore the $300 from the grant. However we can do it, we can split it up, we can do this. We also have other people who have offered donations. So let's see a really strong presence from Faith UCC at this. Yes, Peter?
Where is it?
We don't have a definite location yet, but it will be in, in conversation with one of two churches in St. Pete. So it may be at Allendale or it may be at First Baptist Church in St. Pete. So we can carpool, we can do this. All right, thank you. One other thing, if you have questions about it, there are a lot of people who have attended. Chuck and Pam Stiers, Mike, Lori, Julie, Larry, my husband Larry, and I. So tap one of us and we'll share with you our experience. Thank you.
Let's give Barbara a round of applause for securing a grant for us. Woo! $2,500, that's awesome. Anybody want to commit right now? You want to get first in line? Anybody want to, any hands going to go up to commit? I'm looking for a couple commitments. We got one, we got two, we got 3, 4, 5. We got 5 already. Help you there. We got 6. We're getting there. All right, talk to Barbara, talk to me, and we'll get you on that list, and we'll find a way to make all this happen. So thank you. That was awesome. Hey, Art and Oreos. Great group. They have a lot of fun in this group. It's wonderful. February is all about hearts. You know, we got Valentine's Day coming up. Danish hearts of some kind. Is that a Danish heart up there? I got to learn what a Danish heart is. I guess I will at the event. February 8th and Wednesday, February 11th at 6:30. So join us. Oh, after the service on those 2 dates. So be making Danish hearts with Art and Oreos. Talk to Lori Walker. She's up here with any questions about that. And as always, just thank you for your generosity, your giving. And again, you got me to Minnesota. I mean, I was going to go, and you all covered my entire cost of my trip. So, I mean, thank you. Overwhelming. And we have money in an account. We have extra money in an account ready for either our next trip or if someone goes to jail, or which is very likely to happen. So we have funds. If you'd like to donate to that account, we can just know that we have it. And because again, it's coming here. I don't know what the account's called. Do we even name it, or we just kind of the jailbird account? Yeah, there you go. The jailbreak account. It's going to break you out of jail with your bail money. So thank you for your incredible generosity and all of your giving, whether it be food for Dunedin Cares, which we're still bringing lots over each week, or your financial gifts. So if you are visiting with us and you're like, I want to make a love offering to this place, there is a plate on that back table. We don't pass a plate here. We got rid of that with COVID. And most people are like, thank God. Always an awkward moment in any service. So we have a plate on the back table. And to our online folks, you can give as well. Just go to our website and give on the PayPal link right there under the Give button. So thank you so much. And again, a special welcome to our online community out there. Yes?
Just in case anyone is interested after today's service and gotten
Yes.
inspired.
Do you want to hit the mic? Do you want to hit the mic? Casey, can you use this one?
Yeah.
Okay. In case anyone is interested and was inspired by today's service, Pinellas Protests is an online site, and you can go there and find out what's going on if you want to participate. And also, every Saturday down at the farmers market here in Dunedin, there are a group of people who go to protest. They go from 9 to 11. So if any of you are inspired after today that you want to do more, that's 2 ways you can do it.
Good.
And also Indivisible theirs hasn't been quite as good recently, but Pinellas Protests have been really up to date on what's going on, and there's some good things happening that we could take part in.
Talk to Nancy for more information on any of that, if that's something that you would like to do to get your collective voice out there. So, hey, let's rise up in body or spirit before we go to the time of hospitality and have some cake and all that good stuff. We dedicate this song let's just dedicate it to Minnesota today. We sing in honor of Minnesota and Maine and other places. Let there be peace on earth, my friends. Have a wonderful week. Have a great week. Be safe out there. And most of all, keep the faith and keep your light shining, all right? Let's sing our way out of here. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with us.
That was meant to be.
Well, man.